Welcome to the channel. Today we will be discussing the glorious Melmac mushroom, one of the greatest inventions of mankind. A little about myself, and I say this not to boast, but to simply establish a baseline. I am a seasoned explorer who has utilized earth medicine for many years. A moderate dose for me is 12 grams. Though 23 is a sweet spot, it may well have provided Michael Jordan with some of his talent. But doses far greater have been enjoyed many times and will be shared if this is of interest. I have seen things, spoken to time, and even had sex once. Oh no, I'm with the show. My first experience was a meager 5-gram outing, as I had been given the advice that Melmacs are the real deal. My advisors were not mistaken. I was cleaning up a minor spill. I rubbed some of the magic on my gums, which is not uncommon. However, this was different. It yielded an effect similar to Colgate toothpaste. There was an immediate reaction. For the sake of keeping this brief, we will now discuss my second journey, which consisted of 9 grams. I laid down to wait for my hearing to sharpen and for the effects to kick in. Usually my hearing is the first thing that I notice, but on this day that was not the case. In a short period of time, I felt like electricity. I had enveloped my body, in particular around my plums, a wonderful sensation of pins and needles, and then bang, my tinnitus almost disappeared in my left ear completely. I sprung up, and as I planted my feet, it felt like magnets connected me to the ground. It felt like tree roots came out from between my toes and connected to the earth. The euphoria was incredible. This is like the crack mushroom. It yields absolute power. Fast forwarding on to the pyrotechnics, the visuals were more profound than anything I have experienced. The slate tiles had neon skipping ropes, entities dancing and flicking at an otherworldly speed. The walls were translucent and had a 4D effect like Jenga in fluorescent colors. The trees were dripping multicolor fluorescence from their leaves that splashed into little creatures not too dissimilar to a DMT trip. The creatures ran away, pissing themselves with laughter. Perhaps DMT could be a future episode if requested. Everything looked wet. My dog was running through this carnival with reckless abandon, absolutely fearless. In the midst of all this chaos, what a pioneer. Usually, the floor is one of the greatest sources of entertainment, and on this day, it was blissfully so. Rather than the usual shifting and movement, the floor was heaving in waves. It was incredible. I was struggling to maintain balance. I wondered where my ski poles were that I bought on an acid trip at a concert to maintain composure. Set and setting, they say. Any place, any fucking time, I say. Anyway, if the shit is of interest, please like, subscribe, and share. Requests are welcome, so leave a comment. I just dropped a dirty dozen G's straight into my gizzards and found my ski pole, so have a ball terror of a day, adventurers. I know I will.